What's good, guys? It's ICS back here for episode 2 of Mailbag Mondays by SnapBack Sports. Shout out to Jack Settleman. First question is from Doza21. The Niners are first if they can trade for a better QB. If not, they are second best. And that's talking about the rankings in the NFC West. Listen, I'll say this. They have a good draft spot. They could draft Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson is plenty good enough. Trey Lance, they could draft him, so they don't necessarily have to trade. Everybody knows that this was an injury COVID riddled year for them. When they get back healthy, we know what they're going to be. They're going to be a really good team. They're going to contend for the NFC West. I don't think they necessarily have to trade. They could draft somebody, or maybe Kyle Shanahan saw something in Josh Rosen. I don't know. So, but they don't necessarily have to trade. That's not the only option. They don't have to trade. That's definitely not the only option that they have. They could do something else. The next question. Who do the Nets target in the trade market to better their defense, considering it has been god-awful since the Harden trade? Well, look at what they traded away Prince and Jared Allen. Jared Allen is a rim protector, and Prince was straight out defense. He was good on defense, and he could guard people in the wing and point guards and everyone. So he was a very versatile defender. And Jared Allen was a rim protector. Now they got it. I'm not sure if you could really trade. I don't know who you're gonna trade for. Unless you were trying to move off Kyrie, I'm not sure which defensive. You're gonna have to just sign people because you have open roster spots. So you're just gonna have to sign people who can play defense, because they gave up 149 points to the Washington Wizards in 4 quarters. No overtime. 4 quarters they gave up 149 points. How? How does that? That's literally close to all-star numbers. In 1 quarter? Well, I said 1 quarter. In 1 game, no overtime, no nothing. 48 minutes, you give up 100, almost like 150 points to the Wizards. And they don't have the best record, but they do have Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal. And then that last possession was terrible. Like, how do you mess up the inbound pass like that? Westbrook, he's not even a good 3-point shooter. Swish. He banged that hoe. He made that. He made that straight up. Straight up, he made that. So the defense. Look at the Rockets. The Rockets are the best defensive team in the league since Harden left. So, but that doesn't have anything to do with it, because KD and Kyrie aren't the best defenders anyway. I'm really not sure who you trade for, and because you're trying to keep the big three together, what are you gonna trade to get something on defense? You're really just gonna have to sign people. Keep the big three together, and you're gonna have to sign people, because it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Like, I don't know what you do. You're just gonna have to get people to come off the bench who play defense, because I'm pretty sure they still have roster spots. And maybe y'all get Andre Drummond. Then if he wants to come to the Nets, or Andre Drummond's going to be out there. So if they can get Andre Drummond, buy him out, I think that would probably be it. I think that would be it. That would be what they were missing. Just some, because you could contest jump shots and then have Drummond in the paint. So if they can get Drummond, that would be the move they have to do. What is the NFC West rankings after Stafford to the Rams? And this goes without saying, the NFC West is the best division in football, and it's not even close. They're the best division in football. They got the Cardinals, they got the Rams, they got the Seahawks, and the 49ers. Who is the bad team? The only thing I'll say is that I don't like Cliff Kingsbury. He's not going to work out. They need a better coach. Cliff Kingsbury was an average coach at Texas Tech, and he had Patrick Mahomes. He's not. They're not going to get anywhere where they want to go with Cliff Kingsbury. They fell completely apart, and that has part to do with the reason that Kyler Murray got hurt, but it also has to do with the fact that Cliff Kingsbury and the defense has fell apart. And didn't they get rid of Joseph, defensive coordinator? I'll tell you one thing. Seattle is not finishing last. I don't care. Seattle is finishing 1 or 2. Seattle finishing 1 or 2. I'm lying. I'll bet anybody right now Seattle doesn't finish 3rd or 4th. Bet anybody right now Seattle does not finish 3rd or 4th. I'll bet anybody right now Seattle does not finish 3rd or 4th. 4th, I'm probably going to have to lean towards the Cardinals. The Cardinals, maybe. And if Jimmy G doesn't get consistent at that position, it might be the 49ers. Because the Rams will be there. Shoot, the Rams were there this year. Think about it. The Rams went, where did the Rams go? 10-6, 9-7? They got swept by the 49ers. They won a playoff game against Seattle, but they got swept by the 49ers. And the 49ers off year, they got 2 games off the Rams. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me, Rams. Because y'all got swept by the 49ers. Twice. This is 2 years in a row y'all got swept by them. Y'all got, like, Jared Goff. Yeah, I'll put it on Jared Goff. But the 49ers, they ball. They're going to play everybody close. Look what they did to Arizona, 20-12. Their defense can get fired. Sherman not going to come back. But you're going to have Bosa. Whatever they do with that, whatever top 10 pick, whatever they draft with that, they'll get somebody good. Seattle, they're getting a new offensive coordinator. They need a new DC. I think if he got fired, that's a good move because they need a new defensive coordinator and they need an offensive coordinator just to have identity, just to have some identity. Because I'll tell you, go back and look at my video I made on Seattle versus Rams. That's all they were doing. They was trying to run the ball and throw it deep. That's not how you work. You need those dink and dunk, them chain movers. Deep. That's not going to work. You're going to need to do something different. So that's going to work good. The Cardinals not going to be anything that they want to be. They're not going to be that team. Oh, they got DeAndre Hopkins. They're going to be MVP. They can go play. Yeah, they might go to the playoffs, but they're not going to go far. Cliff Kingsbury is not that coach. And he hasn't really done enough to get fired. They're improving every year. But he's not going to work out. So I'll go with the Cardinals. They might be the first. Their whole division might go to the playoffs. But at 4, I'm going to have. At 4, I'm going to have the Cardinals. At 3, I'm thinking it's between the Rams and the 49ers for me. At 3, I'm going to go with the 49ers just because I respect the Niners. But we don't know what they're doing at quarterback. Jimmy G ain't the answer. So at this point, right now, they're going to bring Jimmy G back. I don't know. He'll get figured out. He'll get figured out. Jimmy G, look at them the first week of the season. They were healthy. They lost to Arizona at home. 2, I'm going to go the Rams. 1, I'm going to go Seattle. I think Seattle's going to be a little bit better. And Pete Carroll, you should have way more than what you have with Russell Wilson. You should have 2 MVPs, and you should have more than 1 Super Bowl with Russell Wilson. He's that talented. But that will conclude Mailbag Mondays. This is ICS. We're on episode 2. See you next week for episode 3.